cities. They'd like to make an official petition to have an interesting part to sing. Let the sopranos do the background vocals and let's do the glamorous things. Going with a side of cheese.
The snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling like this swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I tried. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. It's funny how some distance makes everything seem small, and the fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all. It's time to see what I can do to test the limits and break through. No right, no wrong, no rules for me. I'm free. Let it go, let it go. I am one with the wind and sky. Let it go, let it go. You'll never see me cry. Here I stand, and here I'll stay. Let the storm rage on.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our spring convocation ceremonies. It's so nice to see people again. This is awesome. Just one thing, can you please make sure your cell phones are on mute so as not to disrupt the ceremony? And if you need to leave once the ceremony starts, if you're on this side, please go out those doors, and this side, go out those doors. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Under the authority granted to me by the Province of Ontario and the Sault College Board of Governors, I hereby declare this convocation to be open for the awarding of degrees, diplomas, and certificates. Please be seated.
Please stand, if you are able, and join in the singing of our national anthem. Please be seated. And now the choir will send our graduates off with a dedication song, Go the Distance.
Thank you, and I just would like to thank Sault College again for having the choristers from Corps Collegiate come and sing. And just a few shout outs that we noticed: William Denninghoff, Ty Zachary, Colton Smithers in my class, and I think there was more, Samantha D'Onofrio. Anyway, congratulations, and you have gone the distance.
Till
Thank you very much for that. That was wonderful. My name is Colin Kirkwood. I am Vice President Operations at Sault College. On behalf of everyone at the college, I welcome each and every one of you to today's ceremony, and thank you for joining us. We will be hearing from a few speakers with messages to share with you as you graduate. You will then cross the stage and become a Sault College alumni and graduate. We send appreciation to all the staff and volunteers who helped make today possible. Very well done, and thank you. We'd like once again to extend our thanks to Deneen Williams and the Choristers Choir, and of course, Kevin Ulrich, the Lone Piper. At this time, I would like to introduce the members of the platform party. As I call your name, please stand and remain standing. Carly Campbell, Registrar. Marilyn King, Associate Vice President, Academic and Research. Rich Peters, Vice President, Strategic International Development. Carolyn Hepburn, Dean, Indigenous Studies and Academic Upgrading. Ahmad Al-Kassani, Sault College Board of Governors. Jonathan Boyer-Nolan, our keynote speaker from this morning, Sault College Board of Governors. Tom Ambo, Chair, Sault College Board of Governors. Dr. Ron Common, President. Stacy Jackson, keynote speaker for today. David Orzetti, Dean, School of Aviation, Trades and Technology, Natural Environment and Business. Greg Farish, Chair, Aviation. Sherry Smith, Chair, Natural Environment, Business and Culinary. Thank you. You may be seated. I would also like to welcome the special guests in attendance today. Michael McQuaid, CEO, Algoma Steel. Ralph Medallia, Regional Coordinator, Canadian Skills Training and Employment Coalition. Barb Nolan, Elder, Sault College. Lori Burrows, Chief Financial Officer. Neil Moss, President, OPSU Local 613, and faculty member at Sault College. And Dr. Lorraine Frost. I would ask our faculty seated in the floor area to stand and be acknowledged by their graduates, families, and friends. A personal thank you from me to the faculty, because I know how hard you work and I know how dedicated you are to student success. Your efforts have made today's celebration possible and will certainly contribute to the success of our graduates. So thank you. Our first speaker today is Dr. Ron Common, the president of Sault College, who has served here for the past 14 years. And in these years, Dr. Common has instilled in all of us that students come first. He holds a PhD in educational administration, and in 2014, he received the Order of Ontario for his outstanding contribution to education. Dr. Common?
Good afternoon, Ani. First, I wish to recognize that Sault College is located in the Robinson-Huron territory. And we want to recognize and honor Obadjuan and Kitigonsibe First Nations as the original caretakers of this land that Sault College is situated on, and acknowledge the contributions of the historical Métis Nation of Sault Ste. Marie, all of them involved in the stewardship of this territory, Chimigwich. Graduates, family, friends, guests, as president of Sault College, I'd like to welcome you to today's celebration of Convocation 2022. After 2 years without an in-person graduation, I was determined that this would be an in-person graduation if it was humanly possible. And I'm so happy that we've arranged an in-person graduation. I know some of you did not even have an in-person high school graduation, and you deserve to have this convocation. I want to thank all of you who are here today. It's a pleasure to welcome your family and friends, some of whom traveled from out of town, out of province, out of country, and some people are attending this remotely, internationally. At Sault College, we pride ourselves on providing a personal touch. So you will see informality today, and we scheduled 4 convocations so that we would have small numbers of graduates graduating, so that you get the time on the stage that you deserve. So graduates, take your time when you walk across the stage. Enjoy your moment. Get a picture of me, your colorful president, with you. Graduates, you can take great pride in knowing that your accomplishments today and this public recognition of a job well done. Today's your day, but you also know that you recognize you didn't do this alone. And as is our tradition, I'd like you all to rise now, graduates, turn and face your family, your friends, and offer them your thanks. Graduates? Thank you. You've faced tough challenges, graduates, that we couldn't have predicted or imagined. Through it all, you remain strong, resilient, dedicated to your education and your future. Today is a culmination of your hard work, and I'm incredibly proud of your ability to be adaptable and to persevere. I sometimes think that we should have had printing on the back of your diplomas today that said to employers, during COVID, I have shown I am adaptable, I am disciplined, I can work without supervision or direction, I'm focused, I can complete my assignments surrounded by demanding children or supporting my family, I can accomplish my tasks while being bullied by demanding dogs and cats at home. In contrast, some of you had to work while alone, remotely in a foreign country without direct family support. I am in absolute awe and admire the courage of our international students who have come to Sault College to study without their family, without their friends in a foreign country. Each of you need to be applauded for your dedication and determination. Congratulations. As you look to the future, you should be optimistic. You're going to have unparalleled job opportunities due to demographics. You're graduating from the right programs when I look at the manpower needs in the North and in the province of Ontario. With an aging workforce, including an aging president, you are the future. Now, it's tough to predict what this future is going to hold in this fast-changing world. I hope we'll be better at it than even techno guru Bill Gates, who said in 1981, 64K ought to be enough computer memory for anybody. Quote, he said, we plan to move to 640K in 10 years, and it felt like something that would last a great deal of time. Our system at Sault College is 38 million times 64K, 38 million times stronger. And I look at the steel industry, and I look at the aviation industry, and it's unbelievable the acceleration of change that is occurring. I actually, for the aviation student, I learned to fly, God help me, 58 years ago I got my license. Yeah, I'm one of the Wright brothers. And when I learned to fly 58 years ago, we didn't have technology in the Ronca Champion that I flew. We didn't have VORs, we didn't have GPSs, we didn't have any nav aids. We had a compass and a ruler and a map, and that's how we navigated. Of course, it was Manitoba. It's flat as a pancake, and you could see 135 miles. And the name of every town is printed on the grain elevator in case you get lost. But it is sobering for me to realize that today's technology is the best we ever had. But for you graduates, it's the worst you will ever have. Now we have GPSs and VORs, and we have drones, and we have commercial flights to space. What's it going to be like in a few years for you aviation grads? Because it took exactly 6 decades. That's all, 60 years. I told you I've been flying 58. It took 60 years to go from the Wright brothers to stepping on the moon. That's how fast things change. So what are they going to do for the next 60 years for those of you in aviation? It boggles my mind. Now, I do have to say to you that my generation of baby boom, we accomplished a lot of these things. We've made major advances. We changed the world for the better. But I have to also say we've damaged Mother Earth. We've polluted the air, the water. We have greenhouse gas, we have climate change, and there's still conflicts around the world and child poverty. We have homelessness and mental health and addiction challenges right locally in Sault Ste. Marie. So now, graduates, your time to look at the world around you, decide what needs to be changed, try to fix what we've done, and get busy. Decide what kind of Canada you want in 25 years. And I do want to say, graduates, unfortunately, under COVID, by necessity, we've all learned to practice risk aversion and harm mitigation due to the COVID crisis. But this must not be your way of life post-COVID. Now is the time to be bold. Now is the time to take risks. Don't be fearful. I'm reminding you of the slogans that we have around the city in our branding. Having shown the world that you are amazing, having discovered the real you, now the world needs you more than ever. Winston Churchill said, ages 20 to 25, and many of you are in that group, these are the years. Don't be content with the way things are. You'll make all kinds of mistakes, but as long as you're generous and true and fierce, you cannot hurt the world or even seriously distress her. Congratulations, graduates. Go take your shot. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Common. Always inspiring. It is my pleasure to welcome to the podium our next speaker, Tom Amble, Chair of the Sault College Board of Governors, a volunteer and leader in our organization. Mr. Amble?
First of all, I'd like to congratulate the person that was in charge of the weather. They did an excellent job today. Today is such a special and important day. I am excited to be here on behalf of the Board of Governors and to share our well wishes and congratulations. As a parent, all you want is to educate your child, to set them up in a good foundation, something they can secure their financial future with. And today that has been achieved. This day has been set aside to recognize your achievements, so what did you achieve other than amassing an enormous amount of debt? First, you now have a document that proves to potential employers that you are capable of learning and being taught. Secondly, this document illustrates you possess a defined set of skills. This is called exclusivity, and exclusivity has value. Further exclusivity can and must continue in your future endeavors, and if it is not within the realm of your employment, take it upon yourself to increase your exclusivities. The last achievement is what you collected on your journey to be here, memories, friendships, challenges, and you had the added intelligence of a challenge of attending a college during the pandemic, and you persevered. Final words of advice is don't underrate the pursuit of happiness. Happiness comes from friends, families, and contentment with oneself. Enjoy every moment of this day. You earned it. And on behalf of the Sault College Board of Governors, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Mr. Amble. I would now like to welcome our keynote speaker, Stacey Jackson, an internationally recognized LC Award-winning airline pilot, crash site investigator, and women in aviation advocate. Stacey Jackson has made a career of her passion for flying and study of human factors as they pertain to the aviation industry. Whether flying UN evacuation missions, starting her own consulting firm, or chartering in the Upper Canada chapter of the Women in Aviation International, Stacey earns the highest accolades of her industry and brings a passion for the development and support of her peers to every aspect of her career. Stacey is the recipient of the very prestigious 2021 Ontario College's Premier Award for Technology. Stacey?
Thank you, Mr. Kirkwood. Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, honored guests, our friends, our family, and of course, the 2022 graduates of Sault College. I am incredibly honored to be here today with you delivering this address, not only because of how exceptional you all are, but because I was once in the exact position you are in just a few short years ago. 2005, my apologies to all my former professors that did some quick mental math on, it's incredible how fast 20 years can pass. But the last 2 decades of my life have been incredible. I have flown all over the world, and I am now a first officer at WestJet on the Boeing 737. I am a mother to 3 exceptional children. I'm married to my best friend, and I'm a fierce advocate for safety and sustainability in Canadian aviation as well as internationally. I'm in my 2nd year of my PhD, and I often speak at conferences on pilot decision-making and general human cognitive functions. To say that I am very lucky would be an understatement. Everything that I have achieved in my life was based on the solid foundation that I received while I was a student here at Sault College. Sure, I continued to educate myself over the years, but everything was easier because of my experiences and the education that I had here. Now, ceremony rules dictate that you wear the regalia of your most advanced degree, but the lyra pipe that I'm wearing, that you're about to wear, is the one that's a bit older and maybe a bit dated, but it's the one that I'm the most proud of. It's the regalia that offered the biggest challenges, that I worked the hardest for, fought for, where I advocated for myself, to myself. It's where I learned humility, grace, and where I wanted to quit so many times, but just didn't. It's here where I started my professional development, where I made lifelong friends, where I learned what it meant to be a part of something bigger than myself. I truly believe that these first educational pursuits are the most difficult. You are facing new challenges, learning new professional boundaries and expectations, and you're still figuring out who you are. But I have to tell you, that last aspect never changes. The best part of where you are now is that you're not going to be the same person you are now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. Your experiences, your successes, your failures, your wants, your dreams, the colleagues that you work with, the friends that you have, the family that you carry with you, all of these change and shape who you are. And that is just an inevitability of life. Think about who you are now compared to who you were just a few short years ago. Compare that to the start of your time at Sault College and to where you're going to be in just a few short minutes walking across the stage as alumni. Let's be honest, you have emerged successfully after 2.5 years of the most unpredictable times that we've ever seen in aviation, hospitality, technology, and aerospace. You've shown resiliency, tenacity, determination and drive, and downright grit to accomplish what you've done. It's not something that everyone was capable of. And not only are we very, very proud of what you've done, but you should be very proud of yourself and everything that you've achieved. But I'd like to make an important point. Very few of you, if any of you, did this entirely on your own. And that, my friends, is the secret to success in this life. You need a support team. And that can be comprised of family, friends, professors, instructors, or professional mentors who care about you, your dreams, and who want you to get everything you want out of this life. They want to support you, guide you, coach you through those periods of uncertainty, and cheer at full volume and celebrate alongside you at every major and minor milestone. Some of you are lucky enough to have part of that support network here with you today, with you in spirit or watching remotely. I invite you now to turn to your support network that's here or in spirit and offer your sincere appreciation and gratitude to your friends and family that have supported you during these last few years at Sault College. Now, I have some good news for you. The technology, hospitality, aviation, and aerospace industries are on a huge upswing right now. There are tons of job opportunities, and you are at the perfect point to experience all of these new life adventures. But while you're living this great life, don't become obsessed with the next stages or steps, or that next promotion, or that next big airplane. I challenge you to really revel in whatever phase of life you're in. In the many phases of my post-Sault College life, there have been such good times. And maybe you already know the ones where you take a step back and you take a deep breath and you can hardly believe how good this moment is. So if you ever find yourself really loving a phase of life, just enjoy it, because nothing is permanent. Friends move, jobs change, families start, people backpack for a year abroad and then make roots elsewhere. So before everything has a chance to change again, really enjoy the present. Conversely, if you find yourself in a phase where everything is going wrong, remember, nothing is permanent. Lean on your network, ride it out, make some changes. I have experienced some devastating losses, both personally and professionally, and I promise you that without my support network, the outcome would have been drastically different. So some quick final thoughts, because I know we're ready to get on with it. The Sault College name carries weight in this industry, and as a graduate, you are part of an elite group of people, but that now means you have an immense responsibility. Your actions will always be a reflection of this college, so set the example for all those that come after you. Keep this in mind as you venture forth in your professional endeavors. Find and cultivate a support network of professional mentors, friends, or family that will cheer you on during tough moments and during your triumphs. Aviation, technology, hospitality, aerospace are all industries that have their ups and downs, and you will need this group. Seek out challenges, different career paths, and adventures that encourage professional and personal development and growth. But take time to enjoy those moments when they're really good. And finally, welcome to this great industry. We are lucky to have you join us, and we cannot wait to work and grow with you. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2022.
Thank you very much, Stacy. I really enjoyed that. I'm sure everyone here did as well. And thank you again to all of our speakers for your messages and words of wisdom. And now, we welcome the students to cross the stage and become Sault College graduate and alumni. To your right is where graduates will be approaching the stage to be congratulated by Dr. Common. Family and friends who wish to do so may move to the photograph area to the left of the stage. When you see your graduate rise to get into line, please make your way to the photograph area via the rear of the gymnasium. I ask that the members of the platform party responsible for this part of the ceremony please approach the front of the stage, and that graduates prepare to line up as directed by the marshals. I would request that the Assembly hold their applause until each group of graduates from the School of Aviation, Trades and Technology, Natural Environment and Business has been called. Graduates and guests, Presenting the Lear pipes to the graduates are David Orzetti, Dean, Aviation, Trades and Technology, Natural Environment and Business, Greg Farish, Chair of Aviation, Sherry Smith, Chair of Natural Environment, Business, and Culinary. Congratulating the graduates is Dr. Ron Common, President of Sault College.
The following graduates have completed studies in the Aviation Technology Flight Program. Kieran Boys. Okay. Shay Deacon. Brendan Doyle. Joel Giesbrett. Aiden Horseman. Brandon Ichina. Aiden Kelly. Cody McDonald. Lucas Mora. Olami Uganot. Angelica Pierce. Dominic Primich. Alicia Ritzkis. Cameron Shear.
The following graduates have completed studies in the Culinary Management Program. Maria Jose Andrade Marquez. Patricia Viridiana Gomez Alvarez. Ashish Lama. Brittany Taylor. Jasmine Sky Varigan. The following graduates have completed studies in the Culinary Skills Chef Training Program. Mimi Kuriakos. The following graduates have completed studies in the Hospitality and Tourism Management Program. Sahib Singh. Amanda Yuri Umino Morera.
Following graduate has completed studies in the Automated Manufacturing Program with honors and distinction, Krishna Bharatiya.
The following graduates have completed studies in the Civil Engineering Technician Program. Prit Chetan Kumar Patel.
The following students have completed studies in the Electrical Engineering Technician Process Automation Program. Christian Alexander Alfano. He's got two of them. He's got two. The same and another. Okay. Joshua Rodriguez, also Instrumentation and Control Engineering Technician Program. Yes. Yes. The following graduates have completed study in the Electrical Engineering Technician, Process Automation, and Trades Program. Christopher Stoneman, honors. Clara Yanchuk. Oh, different. The following students have completed, the following graduates have completed studies in the Electrical Engineering Technology Process Automation Program. Anita Maria Ansley with distinction. Alexander Douglas Morin. Caden James Werner. Okay, that's it for me.
Wait till the graduate leaves and then.
The following graduates have completed studies in the Robotics and Automation Program. Suvir Anagan, honors. Palna Bodiwala. Abel Yates. Amy Martin Honors. Ayush Patel Honors.
The following graduates have completed studies in the Computer Programming program. Alain Arsenault. Marcelino Damaya. Connor Lawrence.
The following graduates have completed studies in the Health Informatics program. Jendol Bolyong Barnales. Harsha Sai Chanumolu. Maria Andrea Dagala. Aida Hamid Elnar. Venkata Subhash Naidu Gudipati. Yamini Gulapali. Jacob Joshi. Arul Murugan Kurupanan, distinction. Love Kiranpreet Kaur. Karen Fernandez Yabinez, distinction. Asmita Adhikari. Bhai Bhabi Suresh Kumar Panchal, distinction. Eric Maninang Santos. Sarwan Singh.
The following graduates have completed studies in the Adventure, Recreation, and Parks Technician Program. Brittany Ann Nickerson, honors. The following graduates have completed studies in the Fish and Wildlife Conservation Technician Program. Kirsten Carly Irene Carroll. Dylan Holmes. Manpreet Kaur. Kaylee Lynn Crease. Christopher Michael Lee, distinction. Liam Michael Parlow. Puneet, honors. Carson Raycher. Austin Alexander Wallace. Brock Winters. The following graduates have completed studies in the Forestry Technician Conservation Program. Devin Brian Conway. The following graduates have completed studies in the Natural Environment Technician Conservation and Management Program. Carl Fronda Dion, distinction. Julian William Draper. Roshan Cotwell, honors. Ruby Okate, distinction. Zeel Manushkapar Patel. Caleb Joel Sandy. Tarinver Singh. The following graduates have completed studies in the Natural Resource Environmental Law Inspection and Enforcement Program. Holly Lauren Chaput. Sarah Eliza Jane McKenzie. Honors. Jillian Mackenzie Smith. Distinction.
The following graduates have completed studies in the Construction Techniques program. Katie Ann Goche Manitowabi. Melinda Eve Robinson.
The following graduate has completed studies in the Metal Fabrication Technician program, Mason Alexander Tremblay, with honors.
The following graduates have completed studies in Motive Power Technician, Advanced Repair Program, Bansi Ahir. Nicholas Lacasse.
Wait. All right. The following graduates have completed studies in the Welding Techniques program. Andrew Kyle Dunphy with distinction. All right. Jake Espy. Nate Cull. This is the easy part. Samantha Rebecca Martell with honors.
Please join me in saluting the graduating class of 2022 from the School of Aviation, Trades and Technology, Natural Environment, and Business. Congratulations, everyone. Before we hear from the Abajuan singers and the Ojibwaning dancers who will send the graduates on their way, I would like to invite you all to join us for a reception with your classmates, family, and professors after the ceremony outside the entrance under the tent. It's a wonderful afternoon, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. I wish to thank the Abajuan singers and the Abajuan dancers for their presence today. Dr. Common will now close the ceremony.
I now declare the convocation to be closed. Would you all rise for the honor song and remain standing till the platform party has departed? Thank you.